Hello, paper florists. This is Stephen with Indiana Paper Company, and today I want to very quickly just show you my process for laminating 2 layers of doublet or double-sided crepe together with Elmer's purple glue stick. I like to use purple because we will be able to see where we put it on these petals. So I just have 6 sets of magnolia petals here, and they're gonna be 2 layers each. So we're just gonna glue one petal that I've cut that's exactly the same size on top of the other petal. I like to put paper down so I don't get glue on my workspace. And we're just going to get a generous portion of glue all the way to the edge so we can have a nice seal. All the way down to the base, and then right when I'm just finished, just gonna get all the way down to the base. And then I'll just line up the petals and press together pretty firmly, just to make sure that both of these layers are adhered properly. Don't worry, all this purple will dry clear, so you won't be able to see it. And if for some reason it gets a little bit off the edge, you can go back and trim it up if you like. So we'll set this aside for now and watch it dry. And we'll just do this with all of our other petals. You could also glue 2 sheets or folds of crepe paper together, but I find it takes a lot more glue than just gluing the individual petals. So you can decide what you want to save. If you'd rather save time or you'd rather save glue, either way, it's going to give us the same effect. With these magnolia petals, they really need to be thick. So I like to use 2 layers of double-sided crepe. And this is just white and white. You can see I didn't line it up quite a bit, but you can still slide it a little bit while it's still wet, just to line it up. A good firm press on the edges especially. I like to turn it over sometimes and press the other side. It's really interesting, this purple glue dries clear. The only time I've had an issue is if you get a chunk of glue and it tends to be really thick, like maybe this little section right here. Just kind of press it out so it's really smooth. But that, if you have any chunks in there, they tend to dry a little darker. Not purple, but just a little darker. It might discolor your petal a little bit. Got 2 more here, 2 more sets. And I'll show you something really cool. our last set. Move our paper out of the way, and as you can see, as they begin to dry, you can see them lighten up. So these are the ones I just did, and these are the ones we did in the beginning. So you can see this first one is a lot whiter than the dark purple over here. So this is a great way to be able to tell exactly how dry they are and when you might want to shape them. While the glue is still wet, you can very easily stretch and shape your petals. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with this one. Looks pretty, we're like almost dry. So we're just gonna still, you can feel it, it's still pretty pliable here. And then we're just gonna curl these magnolia petals just a little bit. And we can kind of set it off to completely dry. And then I'll just keep going down the line. I'll probably just go ahead and shape them all right now. You can let them dry a little more if you need to. But magnolia petals tend to be pretty big, so I like to stretch them into a nice bowl shape. Curl the other side on this one, leave this side straight. Just keep going down the line. And our last one. So as you can see, all of our large magnolia petals, they're starting to dry really quickly now. So we have our first one we did, it's almost completely dry. And then the other ones are slowly taking their time. So we'll just set these off to dry. And you can see the inner petals that I did earlier are almost completely white now. There's still just a hint of purple as they're drying, but you get this nice thick petal that just works perfectly for magnolias and other types of flowers that require a thicker petal, not as much light coming through. So hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments how you laminate paper, and happy crafting.